Good morning, everyone. I'm Doug Abbott, and I am the host for this morning's service. Today is the UUCLC Introduction to the Day of Luminance, first celebrated by the Santa Clarita, California congregation years ago. You see on the chalice tables 3 additional items that are symbols of this holiday and the path to luminescence: the prism, the mirror, and the magnifying glass. Through the lighting of 5 candles, music, and readings, we celebrate the nurturing of our own personal sparks, along with the light that resides in all that are around us. We rejoice in the fact that these lights do not extinguish as they are used.
Shall we sing? I would invite you to set your phone to worship mode at this time. And we are continuing to use best practices in terms of singing. So we're going to ask the congregation to hum. The choir is here and we'll sing while masked. And I'm going to show you a little bit of sign language that goes with this opening hymn, which is sing, break into song. So the sign for music, singing, all of that is this. You just hold your, like this. Like you're conducting, and if you're dancing, you get to do this. So sing, and it goes sing, break into song, for within you is the light. So you put your hands together like this with your index fingers together, and then shine, which you all can do very well. And so I invite you to rise in body or spirit and sign the gathering song.
Sing, break into song, for within you is the light. Sing, oh, sing, sing, oh, sing, for within you is the light. Sing, break into song, for within you is the light. Sing, oh, sing, for within you is the light. Sing, oh, sing, you sing, oh, sing. Sing, break into song, for within you is the light. Sing, oh, sing, for within you is the light.
We will light our chalice this morning with these words from Marjorie Montgomery. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great gift. I just put the light up. Life is a mystery. Please rise in body or spirit and join me in saying the Affirmation of Covenant and humming the Doxology, which the choir will sing in English and in Spanish. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve others in community, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with creation. Thus do we covenant with one another. Please be seated. Before I start our words of welcome this morning, I have one sad announcement. We had a break-in Friday night. It did some damage to the doors, and you may notice that many of the door handles are either broken or kind of out of position. So we're working on that. We fixed the one that they used to break in, and we don't think they stole anything of value. We weren't harmed in the sanctuary. The RE building was protected. It was just in the foyer and the gallery storage unit. Anyway, I wanted to announce that. So be careful when you're handling handles today. Several people told me that the handles on the side door can unlock, but they won't open, you know, that sort of thing. So be careful about that, if you will. Anyway, welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Las Cruces. We welcome those of you who are in the sanctuary and also those of you who are streaming with us on Zoom. I'm Charlie Scholz, your service associate for today. I'm delighted to be with you. Unitarian Universalism, we like to say, has no creed or dogma. We are a covenant-based church. Well, you just recited our covenant, meaning that we agree to live in relationship with each other according to the Unitarian Universalist principles and, of course, our covenant of right relations. We embrace diversity in all its forms, and everyone is welcome here. You can learn more about our church at our website. It's UUCLC.org. If you are visiting today, we'd like to meet you. If you're in the sanctuary, please rise in body or spirit, introduce yourself, and tell us your name. And I should have a microphone here. Do I have the microphone? Yes, back there. Okay. Any visitors today? Would you please stand, and we'll bring the microphone to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is
Hold it close.
My name is Jana Cook. I'm delighted to be with you here today. I've been in Las Cruces for 46 years, I think, and looking for community. I've read a bit about your church, UU, and it suits me. So,
Great. Thank you. Welcome.
My name is Don Turner, and I'm just visiting because we're new to the area again. I ain't been down here for like 15 years.
Oh,
So I just came back, and it's kind of a spiritualist.
great. Thank you.
My name is Chrissy. I am looking for a place that will not be judged like I was back home in Arkansas. This is the first time I've been to Las Cruces or even New Mexico at that. but I'm looking for a church home where I will not be judged.
Welcome.
My name is Kenneth. I lived here pretty much most of my life, especially high school. Graduated from Mayfield and looking for a home church.
Thank you. Welcome. Do we have anyone on Zoom? Anyone? Adam? Nobody's identified. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. We're very pleased that you joined us today. And please fill out a visitor's card if you haven't done that already. And if you're a shy visitor and you're on Zoom, I want you to visit us, put your email in the chat so we can be in touch with you. I have 5 announcements today, and whenever I say that, I know people in the audience go, oh. What we're trying to do is move the announcements to the screen so you can come in and see the announcements before the service and after the service. I think that'll work, but it'll take us a little while to do that. Anyway, I know many of you are sleep deprived today, so I don't want you to fall asleep while we're going through the announcements. Brace yourself, all right? Lutheran Family Services, which serves as a refugee resettlement center here in Las Cruces, is in need of items to set up homes for newly arrived families. They need household furniture, cleaning equipment, towels, blankets, supplies like that. You can give your donations to the Refugee Center at 250 South Main. That's accessed from Water Street. Or you can contact Jan Thompson. Jan, would you stand? There she is, wearing beautiful purple today, and she'll help you with that. At 11:30 this morning, after this service, the RE students, parents, and teachers, and guests will meet out by the wall. I don't know if you've seen the wall, but it's out there to celebrate the painting that's been completed. This painting is, it's a mural emphasizing the need to protect the environment. Everyone is welcome. And the roundtable, which meets this afternoon at 2 o'clock on Zoom, has this announcement. Pam Court, due to a death in the family, will be unable to participate as the scheduled speaker this week, but recently elected Las Cruces School Board member Richard Wofford has agreed to serve. Pardon me?
Robert.
Wofford?
Robert.
Robert, what did I say? Richard. All right, let me correct that there. Thank you. Okay, good. Glad he wasn't here to be embarrassed by that. Okay, and we have more good news. The CDC has suggested that we can now have food and coffee after service. All right. And I wanted you to hold your applause because I want you to applaud the brave workers, Ed Gromolka and his team, who have been serving us until the last month or two. So let's give them a round of applause. They do need help though. So if you're willing to volunteer to work with their crew, and you don't have to volunteer every week, it would be like once a month or something like that, to help serve food and make coffee, please see Susan Hychka. Susan, would you stand up or at least identify yourself? There we go. See her after the service. All right. And finally, don't forget the auction is coming. This is exciting. On Saturday, May 7th, we will hold our annual major fundraiser, the UUCLC auction. We're calling it a day at the races. And post time will be 5 p.m. to start the bidding on silent items, with the live auction beginning at 7. There'll be food, drink, and entertainment, and it'll be an exciting evening. The forms for your auction donations for items, services, or events are posted on the church website. So thank you all for being here.
Good morning, church. Kelly Ingram here with this morning's Time for All Ages, along with my teenager.
Hello.
Happy Sunday, happy time change.
And happy day of Luminescence. Today we'll be reading The Moment of Magic by Victoria E. Safford. Now is the moment of magic, when the whole round earth turns again towards the sun.
And here is a blessing. The days will be longer and brighter now, even before the winter settles in to chill us.
Now is the moment of magic, when people beaten down and broken, with nothing left but misery and candles and their own clear voices, kindle tiny lights and whisper secret music.
And here is a blessing. The dark universe is suddenly illuminated by the lights of the menorah, suddenly ablaze with the lights of the Canara, and the whole world is glad and loud with winter singing.
Now is the moment of magic, when an eastern star beckons the ignorant towards an unknown goal.
And here is a blessing. They find nothing in the end but an ordinary baby, born at midnight, born in poverty, and the baby's cry, like bells ringing, make people wonder as they wander through their lives what human love might really look like, sound like, feel like.
Now is a moment of magic.
And here is a blessing. We already possess all the gifts we need. We've already received all our presents, ears to hear music, eyes to behold lights, hands to build true peace on earth, and to hold each other tight in love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our opening hymn is Morning Has Broken. Please rise and body your spirit.
One of the ways we support one another in community is through the sharing of joys, sorrows, and milestones. In these challenging times, it's crucial that we make attempts to stay connected with one another. Our church website has a link which allows you to confidentially submit a joy, sorrow, or milestone. You can specify if you'd like your submission to be shared with the caring team, with the congregation, or if you want it to remain confidential. These are the joys and sorrows which we received this past week. From Katie Fitzgerald, a joy. The UUCLC's RE own Savannah Scow had an amazing performance at the New Mexico Swimming Short Course State Championships this last weekend. Savannah won 6 first-place finishes in the 13 to 14 category. And she was high point winner in that category, 13 to 14. All right. This from Catherine Massey. This is a sorrow. WNBA basketball player Brittany Griner has been held in Russia since February with the potential of being sentenced to about 10 years in prison. Airport police allegedly found hashish-filled vape cartridges in her luggage. This is Russia, right? One of our friends. Like so many pro-women athletes, in the off-season, Brittany plays in Europe, and she's one of the greatest players we feel of all time, and she's an out lesbian, and this is not a good time for her to be in Russia, so we're concerned for her. And this from David Rice. The Social Justice Committee expresses its sorrow to the Ukraine people. We encourage support of the Ukraine people through international humanitarian relief organizations. So are there additional joys, sorrows, or milestones that you'd like to share with us this morning? If you're on Zoom, you can put them in the chat and our Zoom operator will pick them up. Anyone? Thank you. You're on.
The source, the initial flame lies within each of us. The flame that burns, the fire of commitment, the flame that nurtures our faith. When we light the first flame, we honor the freedom our faith provides each of us for seeking our own personal truth and the many paths our faith offers for attaining spiritual fulfillment. The candle and its flame are a symbol of the light within us. What follows is the beginning of a narrative poem written by Linda Konowakowski from Santa Clarita that speaks to the 5 candles and their significance. Each reader will read one portion of this poem.
Back there.
Oh, whatever.
Alone, I trudge through the darkness, hope dwindling by the hour. A glimmer in the sky calls to me. It's too dim to be the moon. A star? Stars travel in constellations. Where are its brothers and sisters? Where are mine?
We may not always perceive all the colors making up light, but they are always there. In the same way, our community may not reflect all of the diversity of the human spectrum, but we know that it is there. In learning about others, we learn more about ourselves. In reaching out to the light in others, we strengthen our own. When we champion their cause, we enrich ourselves. The prism is the symbol of recognition as it refracts the light into all colors of the rainbow.
I follow the flickering beacon. As the darkness lifts, I notice I am a part of a crowd of travelers, all with their own needs and desires. Are we headed to the same destination? A friendly voice calls, "We are taking a break. Care to join us?"
We need to deliberately look for ways to take the time to focus on those things we overlook in everyday life. We need time for self-reflection. We need a chance to disconnect from the hustle and bustle around us and spend some time with and within ourselves, centering ourselves, practicing mindfulness, and spending time to increase our self-awareness enriches and strengthens us. And that self-improvement helps us to make better decisions and better positions us to make a difference in the world. The mirror is the symbol of reflection, helping us to see what is.
We sit by the side of a pond. I look into the water. The face that stares back cannot possibly be mine. Haggard and careworn, so little to show for it. I can't believe I have strayed so far from the path I thought was mine. No more self-pity, time to move on.
Focusing only on the present, whether it be marked by joy or sorrow, can be so all-consuming that it's hard to see other possibilities. It's hard to truly honor what was, or to remember that paths can indeed change, that new paths can appear or be carved into the landscapes that lie ahead. It can be hard to take in the fact that you have and never will walk alone. And so we do the best we can, shifting focus from past to present to future and back again, most often without even being conscious of that fact, except for a vague sense that there's always more to be seen. Even so, there are many ways to bring intentionality to the process of focus and refocus, to try to see the what is with greater clarity and depth. If ever there was a reason for beloved community, it is this: to help one another bring intentionality to the process of focus and refocus, to help one another see with clarity and depth the what is and the landscape of the what could yet be. The magnifying glass symbolizes the lens that helps us to refocus.
We laugh and share stories, bathed in the soft, glowing light of dawn. The ghosts that haunted us in the dark show themselves to be but shadows. Faces once lined with worry and care shine again with anticipation of the better days to come.
Renewal is closing your eyes and remembering a moment in time, experiencing it again, letting it teach you. It is forgiving ourselves for the mistakes we made and allowing the opportunity for improvement. Accepting who we are, exploring who we want to become, and finding how we can be the person we are proud to be. Renewal isn't letting go of our past. It is letting the destructive emotions fall away and seeing what triggered them and how we reacted to them. When we are faced with the same emotion that starts to bubble up to the surface, how we behave to them the next time is what really matters.
We have arrived. Kindred spirits welcome us with embraces and smiles. The beacon shines bright as day, illuminating the new world we seek. Our efforts may not bear fruit until after we're gone, but that's all right. There are more on the way, and we'll greet them with love.
We reach the final stage of luminescence, renewal of our faith. Charlie and I will celebrate the moment by acknowledging and affirming what draws us together is the faith that we have in one another, expressed through the covenant we have with one another. We, the members and friends of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Las Cruces, endeavor to create a community of loving kindness which fosters individual and community growth and promotes the dignity and self-worth of all individuals. Do affirm and covenant to interact with each other with openness, honesty, respect, patience, sensitivity, and compassion. Toward this end, we agree to
listen with an open mind, seeking to understand and empathize with each other while embracing our diversity and our differences.
Be in communications, reflecting before responding, and requesting and providing the clarification when needed.
Remain engaged during discussion and place the well-being of the community above disagreement.
Acknowledge the right to express opinions freely, seeking to be constructive by making sure our communications are true and expressed in a kind and helpful manner.
Give and receive forgiveness and respect the confidentiality of personal information shared with us.
Inform ourselves of church processes and communications and accept the responsibilities of membership in this community.
By committing ourselves to this covenant, we shall build an environment of trust that promotes free and responsible discussion of ideas while cultivating an atmosphere of joy and celebration in our church.
Hold out your light, you heaven-bound children. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound children. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound children. Let your light shine around the world. Hear the children singing. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound children. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound children. Hold out your light. You heaven-bound children, let your light shine around the world. Sing it, oh, raise your hand to hold out your light. Oh, deacon, can't you hold out your light? Oh, leader, can't you hold out your light? Let your light shine around the world. Hear the children sing it, oh, preacher, can't you hold out your light? You heaven-bound children, hold out your light. You heaven-bound children, hold out your light.
Oh, yes.
You heaven-bound children, let your light shine around the world.
I love these words from the Song of Solomon. For now the winter is past, the rain is over and gone, the flowers appear in the earth, the time of singing has come. The fig tree puts forth its figs, and the vines are in blossom, they give forth fragrance. Now that might be a little premature in weather, considering the weather we had on Friday. I noticed it started to rain and then it started to snow. According to the Sun News, it was the first snow in March in 35 years here. So, okay, but the point is clear. Spring is the time when nature gives us so much beauty, and that's particularly true here in the desert. So we should consider giving too. Please be generous in your contributions as the greeters come forward and pass the basket. But before they do that, I should remind you that in addition to supporting our church, we also support organizations designated by the Social Justice Committee in what we call our Change for Change program. The recipient for this quarter is La Casa, and their mission is to support those affected by domestic violence while striving to prevent abuse and promoting healthy relationships among individuals and families. You can make your pledge to Change for Change by putting a check or change in the basket, or by sending your checks to the church, or by using the Give link on the church website. Greeters, are you going to come forward with baskets? I can see we're ready. If you're here in the worship service or joining us on Zoom and are looking for a spiritual home and are sympathetic with the Unitarian Universalist principles and values, the UU Church of Las Cruces may be the place for you. We believe that when you become a member, you are entering into a warm and deep relationship with this church and all of its members and friends. You are becoming part of something bigger than all of us. You're becoming part of a movement to change our community and our world. There are several routes you can take to membership. You can speak to one of us after the service. You can call a church and leave a message, and someone from the membership committee will contact you. Or you can sign the virtual membership book through the link on our electronic order of service.
Please rise and body your spirit for our closing hymn. May we shine a light of love.
Our closing words are by Becca Reynolds. May love permeate. May love permeate your every heartbeat. May faith guide your every step. May truth and compassion be your eternal traveling companions. And may a deep abiding spirit rest joyously in your every waking wish and your every resting dream.
Please join me in saying the words to extinguish the flame, which should be on our screen. There they are. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are.
Let your little light shine, shine, shine. Let your little light shine all around. There may be someone down in the valley trying to get home. Let your little light shine, shine, shine. Let your little light shine all around. There may be someone down in the valley trying to get home. Let your little light trying to get home. Live the light, shine, shine, shine. Let your little light shine all around. There may be someone down in the valley trying to get home. There may be someone down in the valley trying to get home.
Go in peace and light.